your request to the Brooklyn Posse.
All right, so we will go on to the live Q&A. So those of you that have been watching the interview, whether it's just a short amount of time or whether it's the whole interview, obviously, if you were not already a fan of the Fitness Marshall, I bet you're a big fan now. And this is, this is just a way that I can show you guys that good things happen to good people, and good things happen to good people that work hard and follow their heart and are true to themselves. Can I get an amen, Caleb?
Amen, sister.
Okay. So Robert, what questions do we have so far? Or do we have any questions yet?
I got the first one from you from Stephanie saying, how do you get YouTube or Facebook not to block your videos? Have fun with that.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first or like?
No, I'm going to let you go first.
All right. So first of all, if you Facebook, don't even try it.
No.
Don't even try 5 seconds because your page will get taken down. They do not care.
No.
Instagram, even past 30 seconds now, taken down. That's brand new. YouTube, what you can do is you can go, first of all, you can create like a second channel, or even on your regular channel, you can upload a video private and just see what happens to it. And so if it gets blocked, then you're like, oh, it's blocked. You can't, there's no magical way to change those restrictions, but to save yourself the disappointment of getting a video blocked before you like spend all your time choreographing it, which I still to this day will do and I'll forget. I know. Just like record yourself like a video clip like on your computer, like your photo booth or whatever, like a minute of the song and upload it to YouTube and see if it gets blocked. Because you don't have to like wait till you actually do the video. Just check beforehand because there's no magical way, and artists and music labels don't understand anything.
No, and that's I will never understand because we are free advertising. Do you know how many people have bought songs because we have choreographed moves to them? So you would think that they'd want the free advertising, right?
I don't get it. And then, well, because people think I think the labels think that people will go and listen to those songs instead of streaming them on like Spotify or Apple Music or whatever. And that's just not true. Or like people will sometimes upload like a song to YouTube, like on an unofficial account or whatever. So in just the song. So then they're worried about like losing streams, but it's just like, that's not fair when you're creating genuine, like good content. That is not it's not like you're ripping it off. You're using it in a different way.
Yeah.
So like that's valid.
I know.
Fair use.
And are you good about going and checking if like, for instance, there are certain artists we both know that you don't even get close to because you're going to get a copyright strike.
Drake
is the first person that I was going to say. Yes. Although you can do a cover of a song of his and not, I don't understand that either. But whatever.
I have
Drake,
Hotline Bling sitting on my YouTube channel waiting to post.
I know.
So mad about it.
Oh, there's so many. I love Drake's music. There's so many songs, but I don't choreograph to him because I know that ultimately I won't be able to use them online. So I just dance to him in my car and in my head. What about YouTube policy? Oh, the YouTube policy feature. Yeah. Robert, can they hear you?
They can now.
Okay. Yeah. Make it where they can hear you. So.
Okay. So if you're a YouTube content creator, if you want to check out to see what songs, if they're going to be blocked worldwide or if they're going to have certain restrictions to it, head into your dashboard. There's a place there called like YouTube policies, and you can actually do a search for those named songs, and they'll tell you whether you can monetize them or not, if they're just going to get blocked worldwide, or if Germany is going to block it because Germany blocks 90% of everything.
Yeah, damn Gemma.
Yeah.
For real. Yeah, no. And in fact, now that Robert's on my team, I will shoot him a message and be like, hey, is this song going to be blocked? And he'll go check it for me. And I'll be like, all right, well, I guess I'm not going to choreograph that.
Or they'll change the policy. So
yes.
It can be unblocked and blocked.
Blocked, there's that too.
Yes. I will never understand it. And that's one thing. And, the copyright strike. Have you gotten copyright strikes at all for your channels? For your channel? You've never gotten a copyright strike?
No.
Wow.
No, because whenever a video gets blocked, it just blocks it. It doesn't. It's never given me a strike.
So if you use like Kanye West, for example, Kanye West or Taylor Swift. There's certain artists that won't even give you the decency of just blocking it. They will give you a copyright strike. Yes. And
I've never had that happen.
3 strikes, you're out. And do you know Nicholas, what's his last name? He's got a YouTube channel that's help me out. Nicholas, what's his name? It's going to come to me, but he's got a decent sized YouTube channel, and he messaged me literally. He probably had like, it was over 100,000 subscribers. So it wasn't a small channel by any means. Yeah. And within 2 months, he got 2 back-to-back, and then literally like 6 weeks later, he got the 3rd one and shut him down. And he messaged me. He was like, I'm freaking, I know. Can you imagine what would happen?
Oh, I would throw up.
Yes. Right. Yeah. No, it's
my worst nightmare.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm right there with you because, like I've gotten copyright strikes before. I've learned certain artists I don't even mess with anymore, but the whole, like, if a copyright strike, you get it for 6 months. If you don't have anything, then it goes away. But like, let's say, so I got a copyright strike, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago from Kanye West. So if I were to have gotten 2 more in the last, my YouTube channel could have been shut down. But I know it's crazy. So people don't realize. Wow. And I think that they're a little bit stricter on new people that are starting their YouTube channels, because I've had a lot of people message me and be like, how'd you get away with this? Because I saw that you posted this video and I got a copyright strike. So
yeah,
the struggle's real. But yeah, wow. That's what I do. I go and use basically the feature that Robert was talking about to make sure. And I just know certain artists that I don't mess with, even though I like them, but it's not worth it.
Like Taylor Swift's new singles, you can use.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I did a video to Look What You Made Me Do.
No way.
Yeah, I know, and she's the worst about it.
Yeah,
and it's fine. So.
Oh.
And like. And that's not on like the policy library. Like sometimes the new songs don't update, because I'll always go and check.
Right.
But yeah, that one's fine. So I don't know.
Interesting.
The old Taylor's dead. She said it.
Yeah. She did. Okay, Robert, what's our next question?
All right. So Michelle asks, will you ever do, for you, Lauren, will you ever do any routines with an upbeat Christian song? Her area will greatly appreciate that, as far as, I guess, in her area where they do dance fitness.
I don't discriminate. If it's a beat that I like, I always buy the clean music. I always have a song that you can at least have the option to buy clean music. And if it's a good Christian song, I don't care. If it's a beat that I can dance to, most definitely. So I'm always open to song suggestions. I'm sure Caleb is the same way. Like some music I find like I would have never found if it weren't for people being like, oh my gosh, this has your name written all over it. So yeah. I'm definitely down for, I have a couple of Christian songs that are on my YouTube channel, but I use them not because they were Christian music, but because they had good beats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any Christian songs that you have?
No, not yet, but I'm not opposed to.
Yeah, definitely. So both of us, hit us up. We're both open to doing choreography because that's what we do.
I think the Megan Trent, the Me Too dance was the most Christian one I on the channel. I get to go to church in it. But
Yep. No, there was one. I don't remember it, but it was actually to a Christian song, and part of the choreography was doing the church. Like, yes, praise Jesus. Oh, yes. So yeah. Okay. So next question, Robert.
All right, this is to you, Caleb. Do you have any upcoming tours?
Oh, yes. Actually, I feel like I'm always on tour. It's if you check the fitnessmarshall.org, we have dates. We are almost done with 2017. We have a show in Florida in 2 weeks, and then we have 2 shows in Dallas, and then I think one in Los Angeles that's not announced yet that we're working on.
Ooh, fun.
But then 20.
What's the potential date? Are you allowed to say?
No, but it might be November 4th. Cameron's not going to see this, hopefully. I don't know.
I love it. Dang it. I'm going to be in Vegas November 4th.
No, are you serious?
Yes, because I would totally drive to LA for that. I know. And seriously, you and I need to do something together. Like for real.
I know.
There's no excuse since we live so close together.
There's no reason not to.
I know. For real. Okay, so next question, Robert.
All right, so you guys kind of hit the other one, or this recent one.
Oh goodness.
When can you expect a Club FITz Fit Marshall masterclass?
Dude, I am open to a combined masterclass. I'm open to doing a video, doing choreography. Like, we're so close. There's no reason. It's
Yeah.
just, it's timing, honestly, because
We really need to eat. Like, first things first, we need to do a collab video together. Like,
Yes.
that just needs to happen.
yes. And I will let you do the editing. I'm just saying. Because I suck at that.
Okay, I got you.
No, for sure. For sure. When you and Cameron come and visit me, then we'll sit down and figure out the best song and the best time and place and
Yeah.
background and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah.
Because that would be tight.
Yeah, I'm so down.
For sure. Okay. A few more questions, Robert, because I know that
Yeah, we're getting
Mr.
pretty
Caleb
close.
has to get going
Yep.
pretty shortly.
Jillian asks, how do you get a packed class? What are the best ways to set yourself apart from everyone else?
Oh. For me, I think it was doing this. I made sure I just did all the songs that I loved. I had the best time, and I found that the better time I had, the more people would want to come and gravitate towards that energy, because you could just feel it and how much fun I was having, like how positive it was. So I think it's more about, it sounds selfish, but figuring out what lights that fire in you and makes you the best instructor, performer you can be. And that will make people gravitate towards that.
So true. So true. And that's one of the reasons, like, I like to do a Latin song or two, but that just doesn't get my fire going, you know?
Mhm.
And if I were to, like, when I would sub a Zumba class, like, you could tell that I don't enjoy it as much because that's just not my thing. That's not what gets me going. Another good pointer I will make is that, you might not be a natural entertainer or performer, but you might want to learn to be, because I've definitely been told that just the expressions on my face when I teach are part of their enjoyment of the class, you know?
Yeah.
And for those people that are new to it, you're going to feel dumb and stupid when you first start, but just let go of that, what other people think, and just be stupid. Don't take yourself too serious. This is fitness class. It's not brain surgery, guys.
Right.
And you know, and if you can't laugh at yourself and be goofy, and then, you know, when there's a sexy song, go there, and when, you know, like, really work on facial expressions. And that's one thing. If you watch any of Caleb's videos and any of my videos, you'll see we're full of expression. We're entertaining, because as an instructor, you have certain responsibilities, but you are also responsible for entertaining them for an hour. Right. And I think that that's what sets the really good instructors apart, is that, because you can go do Fitness Marshall choreography and do it with no expression, and it's going to suck. You can go do Club FITz choreography, no expression, and it's going to suck. Right. But when you really get into it, and I mean, you know, you eat that cake, you know, like,
you do.
that is what, for sure. That's what sets you apart. So, okay. Any last questions before we get going?
One real quick one. Should I advertise my class even when I'm teaching at a gym?
What are your thoughts on that, Caleb?
Oh, I always did. When I was teaching at at IU, I would make my own trailers, and I would cut stuff together.
No way.
Trailers for my class as if it were a concert and it was in a gym, and I made it look like this epic experience. So absolutely, you can let the hell out of that.
No, but okay, but this is something that, because, you know, you're officially a millennial, and this is something that I think my age group can learn from your age group, because if you use the excuse of, I'm not tech savvy and I don't want to do that. If you don't either embrace it and learn how to do it yourself, or pay someone else to do it, there's going to be a lot of things opportunities are going to pass you by, and you have to embrace it. And I mean, for the longest time, that was my excuse, because, you know, I had a full-time job, you know, in the OR, and I didn't like doing the video editing. I know. I don't miss it at all. I'm just saying. I don't miss it at all. There's not a single second that I've missed the operating room. I'm just gonna put that out there. but yeah, no, it's I did you ever pay for advertising for your class?
No.
So you just
No.
made social media trailers and
yeah. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah. Oh no, I was just whoring myself out for free. Like I was really. No, I didn't pay for advertising, but I think that paying for advertising is something you should totally do if you want to get your name out there, because it's, I mean, getting people to see your advertisement when they don't know you is really hard. So if you're trying to reach new markets, I think paying, especially for like even Facebook ads, like that's awesome. It's a way to get yourself out there in the market that you want to. So
absolutely,
I think that's a great tool.
Now, one point that I do want to make is that she said, even though I work for a gym, so you personally, was it Michelle who asked that? I don't remember the name of the person who asked. Robert.
The username was just Green.
Green. Okay. So username Green. I would question what's your motive, because if you want to build a brand around something that is unique to you, then yes, you will benefit from growing your class, even though you don't get paid jack squat, whether you're teaching 15 or 500, right? Of course, there's no gym that holds 500, but you get my point. But if all you want to do is teach a couple of fitness classes because you really love it and you like your day job and you don't want to do anything else, what's the point? I mean, because truly, like you have to get over your ego, because you are not defined by how many people are in your class. So if you are doing it because you love it and you have no other long-term goal to make your own brand or whatever, then I wouldn't waste time and money on it. But like for me, for instance, Beachbody is one way that Club FITz people find me, and that's how I grow my Beachbody business. So I mean, I get paid, from the gym, but whether I have 15 or 50 people, it's the same. I don't advertise for that class, but you want to make sure that you better bet your bottom dollar that I pay for advertising, because I'm building my business of coaching and my Club FITz choreography business. So that's why I do. But before I had those two incentives, no, I mean, I would tell people, hey, this is the song I'm going to do, or share my videos, but there was no benefit of whether I had, 10,000 views in the first 24 hours or 100,000. There was no benefit, because you don't make money off the YouTube videos. So yeah. So any other questions before we let Caleb go?
Oh yes, one final one from Paige. What's your advice for dealing with other instructors at the same gym that do not support you? I know what I do, but curious on what you two would do. Oh Jesus, here we go.
God.
Oh, I can't wait to hear from you, Caleb. Talk.
No, I can't even get into it.
Oh yes, you can. Get into it.
I really can't.
We're opening Pandora's box right here. Let's go.
I can't do it. It was so, I can't even do it. I just had a huge falling out with someone, like another one of the instructors at the gym I was teaching at. And it was really weird, because I feel like when you're at a gym and you have all these instructors, it's like a family, like a community, and like you're all like working together. And so when that energy is off of one person, it just like is really toxic, and it spreads to you. And like the people, like literally it got so bad that like the people in the classes were like, what is their what is going on? Like, what is their problem? What is this energy? Like, we can feel it. And it just like got to the point where I was so anxious I didn't even want to teach. And so like you got to get yourself away from those situations. You got to stand up for yourself and do not let people walk all over you. And it's about, I'm doing this.
I know. I was going to say, for the listeners, he's doing the head bob, y'all. He's doing the head bob. Just watch out.
Your mental well-being while you're like teaching is so important. So like, you can't let stuff like that fester. And what your students has to be your first priority, is giving them what they came for. Yes. And so you got to leave that stuff out the door. And
all it takes is one person to bring that negative energy.
That's all it was. It was just one person, and it literally
crazy
destroyed literally the whole environment. It was so crazy. So yeah.
Have you ever heard me talk about Shut Up Shonda?
No.
Okay. So the voice in our head that we all have that tells us that you're not good enough, you're not handsome or pretty enough, you're not skinny enough, you're not talented enough, like that voice that is inside of our head. I named that voice Shonda. Now, of course, men have a different name, but Shonda is the name that I named it. And I named it after a person. And it was actually... Don't worry, I blocked her on Facebook, so she doesn't follow me. No, but seriously, like this woman was an instructor at CoMotion, and literally the moment that you walk in, you could just get this kind of like, I'm better than you vibe that's just negative and like not welcoming by any means. And when she taught, it was just like, it was all about her and just the energy that she brought. So let me just tell you this quick story. So this was when I just moved to Oklahoma, and I was taking, and I started teaching for free because I told the owner of CoMotion, look, you need something other than Zumba. I can, no, seriously.
I feel like you just like do that everywhere.
Oh, I do.
This is the truth.
Like, let me tell you what you need. So I started teaching my class. I just called it hip hop at the time. And when Shonda went away for family vacation, she was gone for like a week and a half. So I subbed for her. Well, I think her people liked me. And she was so insecure about her. And that's the thing. It's those instructors are insecure about themselves, ultimately. But when she came back a day early so I wouldn't have to sub her Thursday night class. But so I took it, right? And she was like, well, you can do a few songs in my class. So I did a few of the songs that the people asked me to do because I subbed her class. They were like, well, you do. And I think it might've been Scream actually. And I did it, and she stood over on the side, didn't dance, and just did this. And then after the song, she goes, I'd appreciate it if you don't do the same songs as me when you are in my class. And I'm like, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes. And come to find out, like everyone that has had interactions with her has had the same kind of like, she brings that negative energy, and it's all, and it's crazy because she's a beautiful female that has a lot to offer, but she's so insecure that it just comes out in this nasty, malignant way. And I'm telling you, if you are secure in yourself and you are good at what you do, you're going to have those people in your life no matter what. But you cannot let those negative energy people come and steal your joy. But you need to get them out of your life. Like there is no room in your class, in your life in general. So I agree. I'm sure you and I both can get on our soapbox. Yeah. So anyway, Caleb, you are such an angel. You know that you are very special to me. I'm very appreciative of you spending your time. For people that don't know, you traveled from LA to Indiana today, and you made this happen. So I really appreciate you. Tell Cameron, thank you for sharing you and your time. But truly, I'm just, every time that I see you just continuing to progress, it just makes me happy because I love when good people have good things happen to them. So thank you for your time. I look forward to dancing with you and whatever projects we have. Yes, for sure. So love you so much. And audience, thank you guys so much for being here and making this day really special. And we will be watching out to see what the Fitness Marshall has next for us. So happy Friday, guys. And we will see y'all next Friday. Bye.
Bye.
Make sure that you find us on social media. You can find Cinthanie on Instagram and Facebook at Cinthanie. So that's CINTHANIE, and on Snapchat at Cinthanie P. And find me on social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all at Club FITz Fitness. Remember, that's FITZ Fitness. And on Snapchat, just at Club FITz. I appreciate your time listening so much. If you enjoyed this episode of the Fitz and Healthy podcast, can you please go do me a favor and go subscribe at whatever platform that it is that you listen to podcasts. Leave a review. We read every single review, and we appreciate the time that you take to leave your thoughts and opinions. Now, also remember, while I am a medical doctor, the information I provide here is not intended to provide medical advice or a professional diagnosis, opinion, treatment, or services to you or to any other individual. I am providing general information for educational and informational purposes only, and it is not a substitute for medical or professional care. You should not use this information in place of a visit, call, consultation, or the advice of your physician or other healthcare provider. The information I share is not intended to treat, cure, or diagnose any disease or medical condition. If you believe you have a medical emergency, just call 911 immediately or your physician. Now, enough of that medical legal jargon. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I appreciate your time. Now, go live a Fitz and Healthy life.